Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you have the greatest day. I'm here to do an intuitive card reading on today's energies to see what messages, insights, and guidance the universe has to share with us. So let's take a look at the cards and see what we need to know today. Okay. So we have dwell on what you love, and let's see what else it has to say. Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scare still is that you can't quite know in what new directions they'll grow. I won't change a leaf on you, the universe. Okay. So it's important to do what helps you feel alive, like what just sparks you, like has that passion that lights you up inside, that makes you feel like you can do anything. Because what matters is how you spend your time, energy, and attention. Where you spend it, it will grow, it will build momentum, and you'll get more of that in your life. So if you're focusing on what you love, if you're focusing on what you're grateful for, if you're focusing on fun and happiness and peace, you're going to get more of that in your life. What you spend out into the world comes back to you. So if you're, putting your time, energy, and attention to love, more of that will return to you. And that which does not align, that which does not resonate, will not be able to stay in your reality. And I think that's why that whole drama happened with that toxic group that I was in last year. Then the last year it got very, very messy, and it's because they were not aligned with the energy I was putting out. I didn't realize it at the time because, they had been putting on this little show and acting like, they were kind and caring and supportive. They were good friends. They kept saying, oh, we're one big happy friend group. But it's like your actions aren't matching up with your words. You are not coming from a place of integrity, a place of accountability, a place of kindness, of respect, of love, of care, of support. You are using a lot of manipulation and gaslighting and coercion and validation and belittling and smear campaigns and all these things. It's like, yeah, that's why the universe showed me what it showed me, because people's true colors, it tells you who they are. And so the energy didn't match up, so you got ejected from each other's lives. And it was hard at first because, I thought I knew these people and like it hurt, but at the end of the day, I was better for it. I grew stronger. I know better now. And I was able to, again, focus on what I love, focus on what was important to me, focus on my values and my standards and my morals, because I didn't realize how heavy I felt when I was in that group until after I got out. And that's the thing, like, as it was saying, you'll never know what new directions they'll grow. Things will never be the same again. Like, once people do certain choices, things can't go back to the way they used to be. Because they try to claim, like, oh, we're still a big happy friend group and all this, but it's like, you did too much, you hurt me too much, you were too disrespectful, you were too invalidating, too gaslighting. I see now, like, I have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. I know what I know now. I can't go back. Things will never be the same they used to be. Like, you had the wool pulled over my eyes before, but now I know, and I can't pretend not to know. And so it's like things will never go back to the way they used to be. And I tried for the peaceful resolution. I tried to have that open, honest, respectful conversation with them, but they weren't willing to reciprocate. They were too busy, being like, nope, 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 nope. And so I had to go in a new direction. I had to grow without them. And it's unfortunate. And, they've still tried to worm their way back in, but it's just like, I'm not doing that to myself again. I don't have any ill will towards you. I don't wish you to suffer. I don't wish, for your downfall. I do hope for the best for you. I want you to learn, grow, to heal, to get healthy, but that's your choice. And I'm not going to be around for it because I don't want you to keep hurting me. I love and respect and care about myself too much for that. I used to put everybody else first because that's how I was conditioned with my family, but it's like I've reached the point of no return. Like, I can't go back to that. You guys, not just that toxic group, but like past friends that were toxic, past bosses that were toxic, past coworkers that were toxic, my family, all that. It's like it built up and built up and built up, and it's like I got pushed past that point where I can't go back to how it used to be. I'm sorry, but no, I matter. And so you can try to get me to change back, but it's like, no, I refuse. Like, we've gone past the point of going back to how it used to be. And so, you got to be careful. But instead of, dwelling on, all the past hurts and, disrespects and all of that, focus on what you love. Focus on what's important to you. That's why I don't go around looking to see new developments with them. I wish them the best, but I'm not going to send any more energy over there. It's like people have been coming up to me recently and be like, oh, I did this, oh, I did that. Oh, the narcissist, they're getting into fights with people and they're trying to do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, it doesn't surprise me that they're doing that because they're very much doubling and tripling and quadrupling down and trying to act like everyone else is out to get them. And that's a whole thing. But it's like, I don't want to dwell on that energy. I don't want to bring more of that into my life. And so, sucks. I do hope that they can figure it out, but that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is showing up the best for me, to making sure I show up with integrity and I do the best that I can, that I can go to bed proud of myself each night. And so that's where I'm going to spend my time and energy. You can do that too. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.